Alright, hey everybody, it's me, Josh, Hope Paranormal.
Oh hey Josh, how you doing? Hey, I see you like to film in black and white too and moody filters. Excellent, how you doing?
I am here in my back room where I will be moving my office to. It's a lot larger of a space. It's where I'll be doing a lot of my sessions. I've done sessions back here. It's pretty cool. The channel has been growing, and it's been growing a lot in the last few days. And I want to thank everyone and for that support and sharing the videos, liking the videos. The comments are so positive and amazing. I get maybe one negative out of every 20 or so comments.
I'm happy for you, Josh. I'm glad your channel is growing and you're doing very, very well. I'm sorry that negative comment might be from, not necessarily me, I don't really comment on your channel actually, but maybe some people have a few things to say, which is probably why I'm doing this video actually. Anyway, do continue.
So comments and anything that's negative, I just block and delete. I don't waste time with it. I don't respond. I don't really care. But this video right here is not going to have any paranormal evidence in it. I normally would never post a video like that. It's only about the work, the evidence, and sharing more of what I'm learning. It's been 7 years that I've been growing on this journey in the paranormal field, the intuitive psychic field, the ITC, which is instrumental transcommunication. There's all these different pockets of this field. There's all kinds of people that are doing all kinds of work. I'm just going to take a couple, I don't know how long I'm going to take actually, I'm just going to talk. So if you don't want to hear me talk, then go check out one of my other videos with some great evidence. Subscribe to the channel, like it. If not, hang out with me for a few minutes and let me talk to you about what's going on. First,
my pleasure, Josh. I certainly will hang out with you, and you chat away, and I'll listen, and we'll debate, like big grown men.
First of all, I'm going to say this. Everything that is done on this channel, I mean, hand to God, is 100% real. Okay, there's nothing on this channel that is fake. I don't play around with people's emotions. I don't play those games. You can see that what I do is straight up from the place of love and straight up from truth, wanting to know the truth. I'm not a skeptic though. I'm not out to prove the existence of ghosts and spirits. I know they're there. I talk to them all the time.
Well, Josh, I wouldn't say you're an out-and-out fraud like a certain somebody else. We'll get to him in a bit. It's, what you're classing as evidence is what I, have an issue with, and a lot of people who actually understand the fundamentals of these things have an issue with too. That's all. But you carry on talking, and hopefully by the time you've watched my reply video, it'll all make a little bit of sense. That I'm not just some crazy hater who's so jealous of you having your own titty bar and things like that. No, not at all. Not at all. It's about the evidence. It's exactly what it's about. Carry on, Josh. You the man.
Talk to them all the time. There are a few in the field that I do emulate and like and care about what they're doing. Most I'm not really into what they're doing, and I don't diss that, but that's down there.
Steve Huff. Steve Huff. Not interested in anybody else. Steve Huff.
I'm going to take you through real quick here what I'm doing, what I'm working with. Over the 7 years, I have tried all kinds of equipment. EM pumps, K2 meters, I've got them all. The PSP7, clearly that's like, you know, the originator other than the Frank's box. I've got a Frank's box number 78 sitting over there. I've got, look at this, I've got recorders all over the place, tablets, thermal, I got the SLS. What I have found.
Ah, shit, this is a bit where I'm meant to be at home going, I got the 587, I got the PSP7, I got a Memorex, I got a Chloe box over there. Oh shit, wrong place to film this. Damn it, Josh. But at least you're showing you're legitimate. I like that.
What I have found that is over the course of these years, I have whittled down what works for me. I found that certain recorders do work better than others. Certain, ways and settings with the PSP7 Spirit Box works better.
I just realised you had a Frank's box number 78. Why the fuck don't you use that? The point of this clip, you just picked up a PSP7 and you said I found the best way that I could use out of this, and you toggled all the settings and found this is the best way. Hey Josh, I'm not sure if you're the sort of person that likes to take hints from anyone, but I made a little discovery that the Thirtless Dub magnitude mode, give it a try sometime. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised, and I do have videos to back that up as well, if you're interested, which you're probably not. Yeah.
I am literally working at bettering the communication and connection with spirit, with my guides, with my higher power, God, Jesus Christ, whom I choose to call, but I respect everyone's beliefs, Buddha, Krishna, Allah. It doesn't matter who you believe in, a source greater than yourself, I respect it. Atheists, I respect it. If you live with love in your life, then that's all good, dude, then I don't care.
What about agnostics, like me? You know what that means, right? Agnostic? I'm sure you do. You respect everybody, Josh. You got a massive respect for everybody. That's great because you got love in your heart and all that spiel. We love for love, you know, love is the key and all that crap. Good. This is good, Josh. Keep going, buddy. I'm listening. You got me.
Then you don't have to tell me that you believe in a God. So I'm all about all beliefs, okay? It's not religious, it's spiritual. And what I'm doing is I'm reaching out to spirits, and the communication is getting better and better and better.
Now we're starting to get to the meat of things. Getting better and better and better, is it, Josh? How do you validate that, though? That's what I want to know. Validate that. I'm sure you're going to come up to it. How you validate that? Probably by a certain box of some sort, I'm guessing. No? I'll just shut up and listen, shall I?
Better and better and better. One of my great friends, he's like a brother to me. So many people love what he's doing. He's one of the first to do what he's doing. And there's a lot of people that also can't stand what he's doing, and that's fine too. Who cares? But it's Steve Huff. Steve Huff has been someone that I've worked with from the beginning, and we've done amazing things, and he's done amazing things, and I'm really...
Brother Bluff. I can see you're a big fan of old Brother Bluff there. In fact, your channel reflects that deeply. In fact, it's about the only person you really emulate. But Brother Bluff is not so forthcoming as you might think. Now, Josh, I always had you pinned as just being a little naive with these things. Then I thought maybe actually you know exactly what the hell you're doing. You're not stupid because, like I say, you're in a titty bar. But, I don't know. Maybe you're naive again. I don't know. It's very difficult in front of these cameras. But do continue.
Really grateful. So for anyone who's new and wants to know what's going on, you've seen some of the later videos, check it out. I'm going to explain everything to you. Everything you want to know about what I do, how this works, it's in this video. And then I will either repost it again or I'll do another one down the road. But I'm going to mark this. This is the video to see if you're new or a skeptic. Get the freaking thing away from me. That's disgusting, Josh. Oh, sorry. It's just a natural reaction I have to decorating guitar. I'm sorry, Josh. Do continue on. I'll try and listen. Silly man. Originally the Portal moved to a wonderbox, and now it's a soul speaker. This is a guitar amp, guitar speaker. It's got a reverb pedal, a reverse pedal, okay, a battery pack. It's got a voice control pedal, and it's got a noise canceling pedal. It's got copper, gold, all kinds of things on this, okay? What are we doing with this thing? What's happening with this thing? Like, first of all, Steve Huff invented it.
First fact wrong. Steve Huff did not invent it at all. It's invented itself, if you like. What he has done, he has got an off-the-shelf product. He hasn't invented, he's made no schematic or plans for it. And when you say, I know what you're going to say in a minute, you say, yes, but he's made the plans available for everybody. Yeah, well, that's like me giving you plans for my hi-fi setup at home and saying, I invented that. No, and people have been using guitar amps for reverb or other types of speakers for reverb in the 90s and before, long before Steve Huff. So let's just stop there. He didn't invent it. You could nicely say he discovered... Why didn't he discover it? Because that was done in the 80s and 90s. You call him an assembler? Alright, dude. If he invented that, right, I'm the inventor of magnitude mode. Except for I didn't invent magnitude mode. I discovered magnitude mode, which is more than what Huff has done with this. He hasn't discovered, he's just found out about it and then proclaimed it as his own. But anyway, do carry on, Josh.
He invented it and gave out the original plans for free so everyone can build their own for free. And so many people that attacked him or attacked that kind of piece of equipment are now using it in the field. So remember that. This is a...
Yeah, probably because they saw all the views and subs go up and up by people using those amps. They thought, fuck it, if you can't beat them, join them. I'm just waiting for a certain other channel to bring one out. In fact, that guy actually said to me once when we were in a team together, he said, hey, would you ever work with Steve Huff? I said, no, I wouldn't. He was like, I would. You know, I mean, I wouldn't fake nothing, but I would. You don't want to burn your bridges, Riley. If you burn your bridges, you won't get anywhere, you know? Don't burn your bridges. Like, no. I never worked with Steve Huff, ever in a million years. I do have some sort of ethics and self-respect, but that's just me personally. Anyway, back to you.
Spirit box, it is just a radio that's made in like China, and it skips over radio stations.
What? So no, platitude for Gary Gulker, who invented that. No. Did he not invent the PSB7? But Huff invented the pool. I like this, Josh. This is good. You've got some good logic going there. Brilliant.
Tips over radio stations. And the idea is, and we've proved it, that spirit can take those in-betweens, those little blips of radio station, and formulate their own responses, which they've done many times. Skeptics say, well, isn't that radio? If I ask a question or I say something and a response comes in right after it that is relevant or pertinent to what I just asked or said, you cannot argue that that is radio. Maybe it's a coincidence once or twice, a yes to a question or some kind of number if I asked a number question. But it can't continue to happen all the time. So
definitely, Josh. Or as I like to do is to get words that are not allowed to be broadcast. So, for instance, I actually often, probably not, everyone's idea of doing this, but I often goad spirits to swear because you're not allowed to broadcast swear words. And, when they say things like the devil, etc., and call my daughter a slut, not nice things, I know, horrible things, but we are dealing with entities of any nature, we don't know what they are. Okay, that's a different riddle altogether. But the point is, those words are not allowed to be broadcast on radio. So, yeah. Okay, Josh. Good stuff. Do continue.
So I can take this and feed this into this speaker box, and it creates more reverb and echo, which creates a little bit more option of sound for the spirit to take and formulate. Is there opportunities where we may think that a spirit said something and it's really not? Absolutely.
Really glad you said that, Josh, because the more reverb you add, the more you're going to cause pareidolia and just muddy up your source. But this is where hopefully a penny will drop soon. It probably won't, because you'll continue to use that anyway, because, it's a brand and everything. But, okay, carry on.
Absolutely. But we are looking to be more discriminative towards the evidence so that we're only picking out the best pieces. People have
picking out the best pieces, eh? So long as that doesn't mean jump cuts, you know what I mean? Because if you just jump cut something, it doesn't give you, to give you impression that it's a direct reply when it's not. That's a bit naughty, really, but maybe that's not really your style. More Huff who does that, but...
Pieces. People have created apps. There's ghost apps, software apps, apps that work off of different... internet radio stations with the same premise as the spirit box that's using FM, AM.
Here we go. Right, no, those apps are not of the same premise as a spirit box in the slightest. Yeah, internet radio is not the same as radio, you know what I'm saying? It's a digital stream that is coming through. Radio is an analog format, so it's not the same premise. In effect, it's still a digital sample, okay? It's just... it just means it's like having an infinite bank, I suppose. But you got to remember as well, Josh, with these apps, the person you are advertising there, right there, which is Sanchez, has control of those streams. And those streams usually have paranormal type IP stations. So you're going to get a lot of words that come through that are, kind of on topic to what you're doing, if you know what I'm saying. This is where my validity of apps doesn't really... come too forth with me, but anyway, yeah, carry on.
AM radio waves, but they'll use internet radio instead. There's apps that use banks of sounds. You can take any type of sound, me just saying my name over and over again, recorded, and feed it through one of these portals, one of these boxes with all this stuff, and just with that, you can get real replies to your questions. Maybe not as effective as maybe some other piece of equipment or software, but you can definitely get replies.
Right. No, Josh, this is my point, right? You're feeding in your sound sample to that box, your cat meows, your bank taps, whatever. That's not spirit doing that reply. That is the box that is changing the sound, okay? This is what people can't seem to get their head around when I explain about the fundamentals of ITC. What is your purpose here, right? It's to prove contact, okay? So from my radio, that is direct, okay? Direct. You got more chance proving an app works, if you like, by just having the app on its own next to the tablet. you know, with those random samples just coming through. But they're too crisp, right? Oh, put it through the box and it'll muddy it up a bit and, you know, flip it round, put it back again. You know, that's not spirit manipulating that. It doesn't give spirit an extra chance at all, okay? Every evidence that you're putting out there is just what the box is doing. The box is changing it. That is not spirit communication. Therein lies the decorated guitar amp does nothing to aid communication. If anything, it hinders it because you're muddying up your sound and messing it all up. Is that starting to resonate? Does that make any sense? I hope it does, but it probably won't.
Applies. We are trying to push the envelope here. We're trying to go as far as we can to see what we can do and how much of a voice we can give to the spirits.
Exactly. You're giving it the voice. That the stream, whoever's in charge of the stream is given the voice. You know, you could sort of argue the same with the Spirit Box radio, but the difference is I can validate my radio because, like, you know, the swear words and the content that is coming through. You don't have that freedom with the banks because they're purposely set to be that way anyway. You don't have that freedom with the IP stream because they're run by a dodgy bloke called Sanchez, you know, etc, etc. Do you know what I'm saying? I mean, Bluff got caught out using a completely rigged app with divination box where it told him he was chosen. That was literally a 10-minute sample from an ASMR video on that app. One just separate banks. It was just 2 MP3 files at 10 minutes long, you know? See what I'm saying? So when it said you are chosen, that was just a bank. That his guitar amp flipped it round the other way, but Spirit didn't do that. Spirit did nothing, you know? Absolutely nothing. There was no communication of intelligence there whatsoever. That is the point I'm trying to make, Josh, when I do these videos. This is my point. You want to do this properly and you want to prove intelligence and push the envelope, then stop kidding yourself, because that's what you're doing when you use these guitar amps and these apps. All you are doing is fooling yourselves. You're gonna have to think more outside the box, and it's only a theory. I'm no scientist. I want the scientific community to take us seriously, but analog is the way to go, not digital.
Not everything is going to be spirit. You hear things coming through, not everything is going to be spirit. It's going to be the banks on the apps. It's going to be the radio station still coming through.
That's right, Josh. Okay, so you just said it there. Now, the only thing you can do with your app, okay, what you can do, if you want proof, concrete proof, you got your reply. You say, is there anybody here? And it goes, the devil, or fucking, I'm dead, whatever, help me, yeah? What you got to do now is you now got to open up your app and open up all of those banks. Cross-reference every single bank. Go through them all individually. If your capture doesn't match any of those banks, oh shit, I think we got spirit manipulation going on. You know? That's what you got to do with the apps. I don't know if you can understand what I'm saying. I'm not very good at explaining these things, but yeah.
Station still coming through. No one is claiming that everything is spirit. There are some things that are, and it's undeniable stuff.
I don't know. Steve Huff sessions, he practically claims everything is spirit that comes through. Anything that comes out, he never ever, you know, maintains that, oh, it could be, could not be. No validation there. It's just, but hey, you know. So, well, it's good that you recognise that and you're actually putting it out there, I guess. But, Josh, I think you're a nice guy. I just think you're naive with this. I was swayed to thinking you were intentionally just fucking doing this on purpose, because at the end of the day, the decorated guitar amp and the fucking broken recorder that you're going to get to in a minute, you know, helps with the subs and the views. You know, that's what you want, really. That's, you know, you can all go about intention, love and heart. If that was the case, you do your Patreon for totally 100% free if you're really that way inclined. But, you know, yeah.
Stuff. I'm going to show you something else before I move on to the recorder. The EVP, which is electronic voice phenomenon. It's a whisper through a recorder. Spirit can do it. They don't need other apps and boxes sometimes. They can just use their own energy to leave their voice signature pretty much on a recorder. There is this video out there called Debunking Huff Paranormal, okay? I don't care if anyone sees it or whatever. It's a very simply explained video, and it's not that hard to explain, but the people that make these videos or that want to try to discredit this work or that don't understand the work, it could look like something that it just doesn't make sense. But let me explain. So in this video, They show Steve Huff doing a session, and he picks up this voice that says, what is it? They say, very nice to meet you, or it's nice to see that you're here, or something of that nature. It's like a male voice. He has it showcased as a response. And this guy who did this video goes and finds somehow, which is great, it's no big deal, he goes and finds where a lot of these things come from. They come from sounds, they're frenetic sounds, there's verses, there's all kinds of things. I guess it was a sound that was placed into one of the banks, and Steve mistakenly thought it was a response from spirit. So someone found that there was a response that was in the sound bank that Steve highlighted with captions, thinking that it was a spirit speaking to him, and instead it was just one of the sounds that comes through the box. This is one of their big pieces of evidence that they think that has uncovered, debunked Steve.
No, Josh, you're sort of right, sort of wrong, okay? Steve Huff knows everything about that app because it was him and, what's his fucking name? Matt Payne, that's him, who built that app, okay? It wasn't hundreds of banks, okay? It was one bank, one, as I've just explained earlier, 1 10-minute bank. And you see, the thing is, rather than Steve Huff coming out and going, oh, hang on, I've made a mistake, okay? Because that is a video that says, you have been chosen. And, that same app. If Scotty had carried on that video, you get to the chosen thing, and that's what all the source links are. It's sampled from an ASMR video. Now, instead of Huff coming out going, oh shit, yeah, sorry, I've mistaken that as spirit response when it was just, a bank. In fact, it was a completely rigged app. But, let's just say for the benefit of the doubt, he just thought, oh shit, He didn't. What he did, he carried on with the narrative that he is chosen. Everything is chosen. You are chosen. It's always cropping in all the time. That's the point we're trying to make, yeah? And that isn't spirit communication in the slightest. None of that is. It's not spirit communication. That's the point we're trying to make, Josh. And that isn't the big be-all and end-all of evidence, Josh, by the way. That's just the tip of the iceberg. And I've got a playlist, and you damn well know it.
Steve. It's so far from the truth that it doesn't even make any sense. People just don't like the fact that certain people have flourished and grown in the field, and that are doing things that are non-traditional to what has been going on in the paranormal world. People are getting tired of the shows. Shows are getting canceled all the time. People are getting tired of going into a location and going, is there anyone there? Yes, we heard a voice. Oh my God, there's spirit here. And then they leave. They try to place where the spirit came from, and they try to make a connection, and then that's it. They do nothing else about trying to help them, resolving the case. They do some clearing, maybe. They may do a sage burning or some other thing. It doesn't even really matter. I'm trying to understand where everything is linking up. I'm trying to make the assimilation between different religions and beliefs. And my own research, Steve's research and mine, is extremely close. Now, whether you hate the man or like the man, I'm going to tell you something. I know him and have done sessions with him countless times. I've done sessions with him. I know what I'm doing. I know what evidence has come through. I have never faked a piece of evidence in my life. Swear to God.
No, you might not have purposely faked evidence, if you like, Joshy boy, but you are taking something that isn't communication as communication, and that's really cool that you want to delve deep and try and work out where all this stuff goes. But ultimately, if you're going to be listening to apps where the IP stream is set for certain words to come through, buzzwords as I like to call them, and all that kind of thing, you're going to give yourself false information, aren't you? Think about it just a little bit, yeah? I mean, I'd sooner have, as I say to anyone else, 1 in 20 sessions with some absolute, you cannot deny something intelligent is answering back. That absolutely, when you hit that, what we call real people, the stream, when you hit the stream. But people like you and Huff, oh yeah, your sessions are successful all the time, always successful. You make, because you're so linked up. It doesn't work like that, mate, and you know it if you do it properly. It doesn't work like that, okay? 1 in 10, 1 in 20 maybe. Or as I say, maybe as 3 to 4 out of 10 are questionable, maybe, maybe. That writes off 6 out of 10, pretty much a write-off. Unless I get out the wonderbox and plug SCD2 into it, and bam! Look at that. You know, I'm asking questions, and it's responding to what I, you know, to what I want to hear. Isn't that interesting? Are you there? Are you dead? I crawled into a dark corner. Oh my God, someone's crawled into a dark corner. Do you see where I'm going with this? Never mind, Josh. I don't even. You don't want to get it. That's the truth of the matter. You want to stay with Huff because he will be successful in the TV entertainment world. You will be successful and you'll do fine. He will sell lots and lots of boxes, become world renowned. But at the end of the day, he's not really doing spirit communication, which is a shame because he used to. And he used to get good shit as well at the start. I was his biggest fan at the start. That's the thing you guys don't understand. You think I'm just some sort of crazy hater? No. I'm one of his biggest fans when he started because he got some good, legit shit doing it properly. But instead, he saw a money-making opportunity, didn't invent something. He discovered it and thought, I can... He's very clever, Steve Huff. A liar, a fraud, a narcissist, all those things. But he ain't stupid. He's very clever. And you want to ride off his coattails? That's okay, Josh, that's cool. But, you know, when I watch your sessions, I can't go, I've learnt anything here. Because what I've learnt is, well, yeah, an app playing through. On that part. I know you use a PSP7 and stuff as well, so I'm being a bit cruel to you in some respect, you know. Maybe you should stick more with that and, you know, really get some proper responses. Or even, if you have the balls, but I suppose like admitting defeat if you do this, try magnitude mode. Honestly, the amount of people that have come back to me and gone, Jesus Christ. And I can show you the videos as well. But that'll be like admitting defeat to the enemy or something. I don't know, you know. You know what I'm saying, Josh? Look, Josh, I think we're going to leave it here. You're going to bang on about the DR60 and all the rest of it now. And this is where it goes with the DR60. This is as far as I say with it, alright? Look, EVPs are not impossible to come on that thing. I've said this. Of course not. Like any other recorder, EVPs can come through, alright, buddy? You know that, I know that. But what the problem you've got with is you're passing off the fault as EVP a lot of the time. You know, how do you discern if it's EVP or the fault of the machine? Because I listen to a lot of those EVPs and I cover up your subtitle and it's just whatever. That's not a word. That's not nothing. That's just, you can create a word in your own head that it sounds like it's saying. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, that's what I mean. I scrutinise my sessions hardcore, dude. A lot of people say I'm too heavy on my own sessions. I'll do a session and I'll be like, that's shit. It's not really coming through. And people go, no, this is coming through. You know? But when I hit the stream, by God, do I sing my own trumpet? I've done it. There it is. Look at it. In fact, I'm going to link you one video. And it's not a montage this time. Just one session. You check it out and tell me what you think, alright? Anyway.
Mummy would like the lighter.
I haven't got the lighter, darling, but I'm finished now. Would you like to say goodbye to Josh for me? Say bye-bye, Josh.
Bye-bye, Josh.
Yeah, bless him. See you later, Josh. I hope that makes sense. Best wishes. Honestly, I mean best wishes, but I hope you understand where I come from now. That's all I want you to do. And your lovely fans coming across, speaking all eloquent like, that's great. Good for them. I don't think they understand where I come from either, and that's fine. But, you know, as the old marketing gimmick goes, love is the key and all that drab. Yeah, because that proves intelligence, right? It's a lovely sentiment, but it doesn't prove intelligence. Good day, Josh. Best wishes. And that's that.